Welcome to part 5 of Congo by Kenner, 1995. We'll look at the second and last vehicle of the line, which is the net trap vehicle with aerial ambush net. On the cover we've got some pretty cool artwork of Karen Ross and Monroe very seriously netting a gorilla. I'm not exactly sure what Karen Ross's expression is supposed to be, but there you go. At least they look a lot like the figures. We can take aim with a pivoting assault weapon, get into the hot spots with camouflage paint scheme. It seats 2 heroes to double the action, and a trip net to trap attacking Zinj apes. I'm not sure what either of these adjectives means. Like, what's a trip net? And here it's an aerial ambush net. So aerial, I guess maybe if the monkeys are jumping at you? I'm not sure. This vehicle is a repaint of a Jurassic Park Dino Trackers vehicle called the Capture Cruiser. It's more of a gray and yellow paint scheme, much more Jurassic Parky. But we'll see if this one surprises us like the four-wheeler did with looking better than the one that's on the on the box. So we've got the same Kenner action toy guide as the one that was in the mail away, except that the stickers for the vehicle were inside here. Once again with the very large movie poster. But right here we can see the Capture Cruiser with the yellow and gray paint scheme. That's the same vehicle we're about to look at. It does come with instructions with a very smushed view of the vehicle here. It has a blaster and a radar dish. 2 essential things when you're going deep into the jungles of the Congo. Oh, net folding instructions. Man. And you have to know how to fold your net correctly, so I guess you don't have net misfires when capturing killer apes. Here's our pretty large net, enormous blaster, and sensible radar dish. The vehicle itself lifts out as one large piece inside of a plastic bag. The paint job's just not as nice as the one that was on the four-wheeler. It's mostly just a bare plastic with some spot applications for the green camo. You can kind of see it wasn't applied very well. There's quite a bit of bleeding and piling on of the green paint. This is a little concerning. It looks like we got some bending that's occurred on the net assemblies. Like, since there's nothing that connects it at the far side, I'm not too optimistic that our net is going to work very well. Alright, so that was a complete pain. Here's the vehicle all assembled with its stickers. The net is an absolute nightmare to get on. These, you can see it's held on by this kind of strap that fits over this ball peg at the top. And I actually had to get some pliers out to hold this piece while I forced it over the ball. This is very soft plastic, so I don't think there's much risk in the stress eventually wearing down on those. It is kind of goofy how the net assembly just kind of sits right on top of the radar and the blaster here on the back. Tail light stickers. There's absolutely no detail in the side of this one. Like I think there's, on the cover at least, it showed some kind of gauges and things that would probably go on here, but they did not bother with this one. These weapons and the blaster and the radar dish are also one-way assemblies too. Like, once you put them in, it's not going to come out without breaking the tabs, which it warns you in the instructions, but it's something to take note of if you ever plan to store it. I was surprised to see also that the net is not spring-loaded. It's operated by a lever on the back that you pull out. And there is several folds you have to do to make this thing lay as they instruct you to, which kind of takes some of the fun out of it, I think, of having to reload this thing every time you use the feature. It's an interesting idea, but not a lot of fun resetting it every time. And of course the front has the enormous Congo movie poster on it. So like on the cover box art, I placed Karen Ross and Monroe in here. Karen Ross sits so that she's looking directly at the top of the windshield and can't see anything. And this is as far in as I could get Monroe to go. I don't know what it is that's impeding his feet here, but without squeezing and manipulating the figure, I'm not sure how you're supposed to get him in there. There we go. So you really got to force him in there, and I'm not sure if he'll ever come out now, but there you go. Also worth noting that this vehicle has no port for the power diamond. Maybe if you really wanted to customize it, you could drill a hole right there and, you know, have a drink holder for your power diamond. So now it's the big moment with our overly complicated net feature here. So our intrepid heroes have encountered, what was his name, Blast Face on the jungle trail, and deploy their ridiculous net. Oh. Wow, they really weren't kidding when they said it was an aerial capture net, because it seems like it was designed for something flying, because I don't think he's in any danger. And if you just reset it, oh, that actually works better than the suggested method, but yeah, he's not exactly trapped. So there we have the net trap vehicle with the underwhelming aerial ambush net. That would be pretty good if the monkeys were flying at you. Not so great if they're coming at you on the ground like most gorillas probably would. But then again, with considering how these action figures are armed with lasers and rocket launchers and shotguns, I don't really know that you need to bother with the net. The vehicle itself, a little underwhelming. I think the other vehicle is better in terms of paint and look and the features on it. This one is pretty cumbersome. It's got quite a bit of bending to the actual feature because it's made of such a soft plastic, so it won't, you know, otherwise it would very easily crack. It's got some silly guns and a giant radar on it. The stickers really jump out on this one. They do not look good. The headlights and taillights are fine, but the Congo, the movie stickers are really intense, very neon colored. But overall, it's a decent vehicle. It makes sense in the world, I think. I think it would have been better if it was more of like a transport vehicle than a net capture vehicle. I do think, even though it's the largest vehicle, I guess arguably the centerpiece vehicle of the line, it's not as cool as the other one. So we're getting down there, but there's only a couple more figures left in the Congo line, and then we'll have a few other silly things to look at from the Congo offerings. But once again, thanks for watching.